Hi, it's Mickey Dolenz here. You're listening to Inspirado Projecto.
Wow, it's crazy. I'm returning now from the grocery store. I noticed that there are no more single roll paper towels in the aisles. And so I went up to the cashier and I said, hey, are you guys planning on putting single rolls up there again? Right now it's just bulk, and not everybody has space to stock, 12 rolls of paper towels. And there's a lady that happened to be in line. She kept looking over at me. She goes, hey, are you in Yachtly Crew? I said, oh my gosh, yes I am. And she said, I was just at the concerts in your car at the Ventura County Fairgrounds. I saw you guys play, and I said, holy moly, this is the first time I've gotten recognized for being in Yachtly Crew. It's quite interesting. Unless, of course, I just happen to be at a bar or some kind of place like that near, or in the past. It's happened where before a show or something, we'll be, let's say we're playing at Huntington Beach or something. We'll stop at a taco place or something, and then there just happens to be some people there who are eating and waiting to see the show. So there have been times like that where people recognize me, but not just at the grocery store. That was really incredible. And she said, oh, I'm on my way over to my friend's house, the same people who I saw the concerts in the car with. I thought, oh my gosh, that's astounding. And this happened after an amazing podcast, which is now out, with Blythe Baines and Deirdre Koval. We talked all about reality transurfing, manifesting reality, paying attention to the pendulums. Oh man, just a highly vibrating day. I'm wearing my selenite crystal that Nikki Lamarbre sent to me in the mail, which, by the way, you can hear her recent podcast. Wearing a tiger eye crystal. And I'm discovering by the way, as a side note, I'm discovering the power of crystals. I have waiting in the what do they call them? Waiting in the wings, or as some might say, next on deck. I've got the Adele Summer interview that I did, where she talks about the Monroe Institute. That will be coming out. Of course, by the time you hear this, it'll probably be out already. So today is August 2nd. No. Is it? August 2nd. Yeah. This is Infinity Month. And I think the other... it's... things are kicking into high gear, that's for sure. It's quite intriguing. So now I'm going up to my local market to see if maybe they got some paper towels. More on these. Well, you know what the heck, I'll take you with me. Let's take you with me into this adventure. Let's take you with me on this adventure. Here we go. Hey, God, the air conditioning feels so good. Do you guys have paper towels here? Like rolls of paper towels? Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, that's good. All right, we got 2 rolls here. Let's see. Take a look up in the drink section, see what kind of interesting deliciousness we can find, see if there's something that might call out to us. Huh. Wow. All right. Here we go. Here you go. It's optical illusion. There you go. It's crazy. I just got back from Ralph's, and all they have is like just huge, huge things like this. I'm like, where are your single rolls? So I knew that you guys would most likely have these things. So thank you.
No problem.
You saved my cabinets some space by doing this. That's for
Hey,
sure.
Tiffany, too. Wow.
Yeah.
Pen? In the back?
Yes, please. That sounds good.
Would you?
No, thank you.
Thank you.
This still says, oh, okay.
You can take the pen.
All right. Thanks a lot. You take care.
Have a nice one.
Thanks, you too. Yeah, man. All right. I love that progress, It's always good to have some progress moving along. The process of progress. The process of progress. Take a listen to, or take a look at Vadim Zeland. The guy is still alive. He's got one of those names that sounds like he would have been alive like way back during Nikolai Tesla. I think, is Tesla Russian? I think Zeland is Russian too. A lot of brilliant minds over there. Check out Transurfing in 78 days. Check that out. It's a free PDF you can read. And it basically summarizes. There's like a 600-page book, Deirdre was saying. There's a 600-page book of the teachings of Vadim Zeland. But this Transurfing in 78 days, it compiles it, makes it easier to understand. And what's cool is there are groups out there that group meditate to reality transurf. So that to me is just dynamite. When you hear information like that, okay, folks, as Ben Stiller says in, I forgot what movie it was. Oh, Secret Life of Walter Mitty. He goes, I got to make some oxygen choices. So I got to make some oxygen choices. I'll talk to you guys later.
Who would have thought those squeaky chickens and turkeys would make such a beautiful sound?
All right. It is now, what is today? The 3rd, August 3rd. I love it. It's so interesting. I just started watching the documentary. I saw a piece about it. Someone talked about, brought up a piece of this on TikTok. So I went to go check it out. It's called Unacknowledged. I don't know if I talked about this to you yet, but Unacknowledged is a wonderful documentary on Netflix about UFOs. And what I didn't realize was that it's put together by Dr. Stephen Greer. Dr. Stephen Greer is the guy who does the CE5 meditations. CE5 stands for Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. He's the guy, he takes a group of 20 or less people out. They do a special meditation, and every time they get some activity. And just by his own interests in this phenomena, he ended up getting approached by government officials and sort of, was entrusted with secret documents and all kinds of information. So it's really interesting because I didn't realize that Dr. Greer was the guy responsible for putting this documentary together. Now, the reason why I'm so my mind has just exploded about this is the fact that Mark Sims, the guy that put together the harmonic convergence, Mark Sims is the guy Mark Sims, the whole reason why he came up with this whole thing was because he did a CE5 with Dr. Greer. He went out there to do the meditation, and he did the meditation. They saw spaceships, and then he was staying in the hotel nearby, and he decided to do a CE5 meditation just by himself there in the hotel room, and that's when he was visited by the entity known as Tejbar. And so this entity kind of melded with him and communed with him for 13 days, giving him all these, secrets of the universe and all these ideas. And it was from that, back in 2015, that's what inspired him to put together the harmonic convergence. And so it's so interesting that, he was talking about Dr. Greer during the harmonic convergence. And then I end up coming across Unacknowledged, not realizing that Dr. Greer is the guy who put that whole thing together. So it's cool to see this whole other aspect. And what's so cool about Unacknowledged is that I didn't realize this, but like trillions of dollars every year are put into the investigation into UFOs. Like all of this money that's unaccounted for. And of course they deny, what's going on. It's funny, I was just talking with my buddy John Garside about this documentary, and his dad is friends with a guy who used to work at JPL, Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Well, it actually used to be called Jack Parsons Laboratory. Look up Jack Parsons. Look up Jack Parsons sometime and see what what's involved with that. But John Garside's dad's friend used to work there, and every once in a while the guy will kind of give up some interesting information that used to be classified. And John's dad asked him one time, he's like, okay, so what's the deal with UFOs? Do they exist? And the friend goes, unidentified flying objects. He's like, there are no unidentified flying objects because we all have identified them. Something to think about. So back to this documentary, Unacknowledged. There are government officials, the mortician of those little beings of our star family who were found on the Roswell crash. He is interviewed in this documentary. There are quotes from presidents who have seen UFOs. There are quotes from Carl Sagan, used to be a UFO enthusiast until he was threatened, and then he started sort of denouncing the idea of UFOs, but that was, of course, after he was threatened. So a lot of these folks, they get close to this truth, and they decide to expose it, put it out there into the world, and then trouble tends to befall them, or their lives are threatened. One of the big things about why Marilyn Monroe, she didn't die of overdose, she was killed, and the reason why was because she learned some information. She was having her secret love affairs with both Kennedys, the brothers, and she was going to tell a reporter about what she learned concerning UFOs, and so they silenced her. It is quite a documentary. You got to check it out. But I gotta go for now to get my money for rent. So we will reconvene later.
Kurt, hello. It is me. It's Maria. Hello. It's been too long. I am just listening to your episode here about selenite. I love it, with this woman, Nikki, from the East Coast, it sounds like she is. And it's fascinating. I love it. Thank you so much for continuing your show out here. I also wanted to tell you, I'm so bummed. It's Friday night right now. I kind of was hoping I could go to the Ventura County Fairgrounds to see Yachtly Crew. but it didn't happen, alas. I hope you had fun. I'm sure there were a lot of people. It looked great. I went bike riding along the shore there the other day, and it looked really fun the way they have it set up in the parking lot there. So I hope you had fun, and I'll talk to you soon. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're safe, healthy, and happy.
Mariah Humphreys. I'm so glad that you got a hold of me again. My goodness, thank you so much for thinking of me with the Yachtly Cruise Show. It's great that you rode your bike along that path and saw everything set up. There have been a couple times where Yachtly Crew has played private shows for hotels. There's one in, I want to say, let's say, I don't know. What's one of those? Malibu. Okay, let's just say Malibu. And there was a Marriott for the HR convention, home resources, what are they called? HR department, whatever that is in the offices. HR department, human resources. There it is. Human resources. It was for all these human resources people from all over the place. And so there was a wall kind of behind the area, and behind the wall. So basically, how do I put it? So let's say it was a Marriott corporate building. The back of it faced the ocean. I'm trying to set up the scene here. It was facing the ocean. So where we were playing, our backs were to the ocean. And as one can imagine, beyond that little wall behind us was a path for the joggers, for the yoggers, as they would say in Anchorman, for the yoggers and the bike riders. And then beyond that is the sand, and beyond that is the ocean. Just a beautiful, beautiful sunset. And going on. And so it was interesting because as the time went on, as we played, more and more people were showing up behind us. They were just stopping and they were getting this free show. And so I had those images in my brain when we were playing at the Ventura County Fairgrounds. I was like, oh man, that'd be so cool if people who were just riding along on the path along out there, they would just stop and, basically get a free show. And because everyone else within the show they were all in their cars watching, and it was crazy. I've said this on a couple of occasions just because I think it just tickles me so much of thinking of the idea of the possibility that we were playing to a crowd full of Transformers. Just imagine in the middle of our performances, these cars start standing up into these robots. And so it was interesting because instead of, there were some people that, it was like a tailgating party out there. So there were some people out there sitting in their trunks of their cars, the hatchbacks. This is where those station wagons come into play. Perfect. SUVs, I assume. Anything with a hatchback. And they would honk their horns and they would blink their lights. It was really cool. It was really crazy. It was so interesting. I grew up going to the drive-in with my parents. And I remember before the drive-in started, they'd play all these Three Stooges reruns from long ago. So they'd start, it was kind of just right on the cusp of getting dark. So they'd play all these black and white Three Stooges movies. And there's a playground out there. There's a little playground in front of it. It was called the Cascade Drive-In. And I heard the Cascade Drive-In closed maybe about a year ago, but then all of a sudden, now that all of these drive-ins are starting to open up and put these concerts there and everything and play movies there, I'm really hoping that Cascade opened back up and started getting some cash flow in there because they really deserve it. So it was so much fun. It's so great that you rode your bike out there along that path. So beautiful to feel so it's just a wonderful for the olfactories to feel that fresh air just whipping its way, whipping its wispy way through the nostrils, while you're riding your bike. Squink squonking your way along the bike trail, feeling the wind whipping through your hair. Seagulls. Gosh, that is so cool. And thank you so much for listening to the episode with Nikki Lamarbra, the selenite, the queen of selenite, I like to call her. I got to tell you, she sent me a pendant. She sent me one of her pendants as a thank you for having her on the podcast. And I got to tell you, I wear this thing all the time. It just feels so good. And I had a selenite crystal that my sister had given me that was sitting up on the shelf. And during the harmonic convergence, which, by the way, Maria, you'd get a kick out of these things. What's great is that every one of those episodes are saved on the Facebook page. They were streamed live, but they're all saved on there. Wonderful, wonderful information from all kinds of interesting people. Highly vibrational. So highly vibrational. Man, it's the best thing. You wake up in the morning, watch these highly vibrational movies, videos with these interviews with these great folks. Oh, man. Everyone's so excited to share their stuff, and you know that they're all there for the common goal of harmony, of collaboration, of cooperation. There's no egos involved, no competition involved. Pure collaboration. The day started out with a meditation. The night ended off with the meditation. It's just so good. I'm seeing something in the sky right now. I don't see any blinking lights on it. Whoa, that thing just disappeared. I'd love to believe that was one of our star friends up there. Have you ever had any spaceship sightings, Maria? Any UFO sightings? I think you probably have. You've probably had lots of astral projections, too. So Nikki, I met they had these Zoom after parties, so everyone could talk about the stuff that they learned throughout the day. And I saw Nikki in there talk about selenite, and I go, whoa, of course I was drawn to this particular Zoom meeting. And now I know what this selenite is up on my bookshelf, and I've been going to sleep with that selenite crystal each night, and whoa, my dreams are very lucid. It gets to the point where I've had to put it up on the shelf for a couple of nights because the dreams were very lucid, very intense, and it was almost like one of those it was almost like a sleep where you don't feel the sleep. I didn't, and then I'd wake up sort of like groggy, but not the usual groggy. It was like just a tingling. Yeah, I've had some intense dreams going to sleep with this little block of selenite. If you go to crystallandstonestudio.com, crystallandstonestudio.com, that's Nikki's website, and she's got her pendants on there. She's got her selenite up there. It's fascinating. It is fascinating. Selenite, as she was saying, is the highest vibrating well, aside from, what did she say, rose water? Rose water is more highly vibrational than selenite. But it goes rose water and then selenite and then whatever else beneath that. So now when I meditate, I make sure that I got that selenite crystal right there near me. It's fascinating. Thank you for listening to that episode. Did you get a chance to go back onto Twitter yet? Did they let you back up there? I cannot understand how they let so much weird razzmatazz up there on Twitter, and yet they took your highly vibrational videos and podcasts off there. Why the heck? Why? What good reasons would they have to do something like that? Wouldn't it be nice if there's a customer service line that we could get a hold of? There's gotta be. By the way, do you have a subscription to Gaia TV? Gaia, I think that's another word for Earth, isn't it? Gaia? I've been seeing all kinds of trailers on YouTube for, decades. And a woman, Adele Summer, who I did another podcast with, she studied extensively at the Monroe Institute. She and I are splitting a subscription to Gaia TV. She had it already. And so we're splitting a subscription to this thing. I've been watching, this is all I've been watching now. And in fact, I've been seeing these great documentaries. Spirit Place. There's a lot of people in there from the Monroe Institute talking about the frequencies that bring you into astral projections and what they call Focus 27. Focus 27 is where it's basically a garden. It's a meeting place where people come in when they into the afterlife, where they're greeted, and there's lots of education there. You can go right into Focus 27. It's quite intriguing. So I've been watching lots of Gaia TV, lots of inspirational stuff. They have a series on there about abundance, which is just awesome. How cool is this? We got high vibrating programming. It really ought to, I just imagine when that just becomes as commonplace as any other media that's out there. That'd be so much fun. So I think the new Earth is upon us. I think that's what's going on here. This is a chance for us to look at the illusions of what's going on around us, for us to decide what is in our highest, best interests, what excites us the most, what gives us the biggest joys, satisfaction, what directions we really, really want to go in. It's something for anybody to think about, is if we had no... this is just fun to play this game of what if. And by playing the game of what if, we end up magnetizing these things. So basically, it's like, what if we had no money issues? What if we, had the room to breathe and do what we wanted to do? What would we do? What would we do? What would we be doing, whether anybody was watching or not? A lot of times that's people's hobbies, and they try to carve out time to do those hobbies. So what is that? And that's the thing. That's the thing that's speaking to us, that's saying, yep, keep doing more of it. Keep doing more of it. And then, of course, the other step is getting rid of all the naysayers in our lives, the people who don't see the visions that we see. Every visionary is told, you're crazy, you're an idiot. And that, I feel, is in itself a clue that we're on the right track. I don't believe there's any innovative, inventive thing that's been created out there that has been done by playing by the rules. I'm putting those in quotes. By sticking on a safe path. A lot of these things were just following a heart. And to others, you look like an idiot. But that's how it happens. That's how they get written about in the history books. Being of service to others. Value. Putting the value in there. What kind of value can I bring? to these people? What can I share with these people? Rather than, I got to prove this. What have I got to prove? Very ego-based, very selfish-based, as you well know. I got to prove to these people. How can I prove this? No. How can I share this? How can I share this for these people? What can I do to share this? And open up those lights, enlighten those people who could use this information and benefit from it. Release them from their mental chains. And that's what you do with your podcasts. That's what you do with your videos. That's what you do with the wonderful work that you put out there in the world. So, check out that harmonic convergence if you can. It's on the Facebook page, facebook.com/unify. It's on the Unify Facebook page. Check it out, because I think you'll like those videos. I think when you see them, you're going to go, man, wow, this is crazy how much this resonates with me. And you'll find that the information these people are talking about will, oh my gosh, you'll find so many times these spiritualists, these shaman, these philosophers, investigators, historians, repeating, echoing back to you basically stuff that you had philosophized on your own, epiphanies you've had. You can tell, these people are listening to the same radio station. You'll be able to tell. It'll knock your socks off, I promise you, Maria. Again, if you want to talk to Nikki Lamarbra about selenite, go to crystalandstonestudio.com. Thank you so much for leaving a message. Thank you. Take care, Maria. Today is August 5th. There are helicopters hovering over my house. There were at least 4 of them. And I heard sirens, so I'm going to go out there into the streets, find out what the deal is. And if I can simultaneously record live on Instagram, I'm going to do that as well. So, wish me luck out there. Wish me luck. All right, let's see. Put on got my Star Wars t-shirt on. All right, we're going to go check this out. We're going to go see what exactly is happening out there on the street. This is pure investigative reporting right here, folks. We got to see what this is all about. Oh my God. This is incredible. I'm putting a force field right now, 8 feet in diameter, 8 feet radiacally. Let's see what we can do here. All right, let's see what we got. All right, yeah. Helicopters are hovering over a specific street here. I'm gonna go take a look. We can go see what they might be looking for. See what they might be checking out here. Yeah, these guys are hovering close, man. Wow, man. Yeah. These guys are hovering close. Wow. Wow. Incredible. I gotta go on this side of the street so I could see things better. Wow. This is crazy. Incredible. What are these guys doing? There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4 helicopters above. They are close. You know, I think in this day and age they'd send in drones. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are hovering, but there's another one that was zipping around. Whoa, sorry. Oh, sorry. This is crazy. What is happening here? I'm going to attempt... Oh, look at that one. There's another one zipping around the corner here. There's another one zipping around the corner. Yikes. What is happening? Okay. Yeah, they... Right over that spot. Right over that spot. Wow. I'm going to attempt to go Facebook Live here. If it knocks me off, I'm not Facebook, Instagram Live. All right, here we go. All right, you guys, I'm trying to simultaneously record my podcast. Look at these helicopters are zipping around here. I don't know if you can see these guys, but there's something going on in this activity. Something going on, some activity. I don't know yet what it is. There's a good chance, you know, maybe I ought to be inside. However, I can't pass up this opportunity to see what the heck this is all about. It's, you know, it's a rare occurrence. It's a rare occurrence. It's a strange occurrence. Look at this. What are these guys doing? You figure in this day and age they'd be using drones instead of big helicopters. That kind of gives them away, does it? Send in the drones. You know, they're small, they're quick, they're efficient. Wow. Okay, who are they going after? That's a question. We're going to take a little walk down the street here. We're going to take a little walk down the street and see who they might be looking for. All right, we're gonna go right around the block here. These guys are moving and grooving. I don't know if you can see these guys. I don't know what they're up to, these guys. You know? They're up to something. They're up to something. I don't know if... Alright, hold on. I'm gonna zip right around here. There they are. I can feel... Can you see the trees moving? The wind from these helicopters? I'm going to go over to the street where they seem to be pointed. There's another one up there. I'm going to go over to the street where these guys seem to be looking at stuff and see what we can find. There were 5 of these. There were 5 of these. Let's see what we can do here. hang out in the shade a little. Who are you looking for? Who are you looking for? Huh? Who are you looking for? If any of you guys are on Twitter, or usually Twitter is really quick with up-to-date stuff. Check that out. Oh yeah, people are already coming out with their video cameras, seeing what this is all about. If you guys can just look online and see what this is all about, I'd appreciate it. Just look up, I'd say, look up, I don't know, car chases, helicopters in Los Angeles. Whoa. All right, let's see. We're gonna see what this is all about. We're gonna get the scoop here, folks. You heard it here first. You're a neighborhood detective. There they are up there. Let's see. Who do they seem to be zeroing in on? That's the question. Who are they zeroing in on? Last time I saw activity like this, there was a man running around down the street with a machine gun. Look at this. What is going on with these guys? So we're gonna continue to move our way along this path, see what they're all about. Look at that. There's this guy. He's right there. He's there. Hello, Valentine. I don't know what's going on. We got helicopters flying around here. Got helicopters flying all around here. I don't know what the deal is, but we are investigating it, okay? We are investigating it. See what this is all about. Here's another helicopter up there. Are they looking for you, Valentine? I can barely see the screen here, folks, so I can't really wave to you guys or point you out specifically. They must be surrounding a house. There are about 5 of these guys before. You know what, Valentine? I'm going to let you on here, okay? I had this idea for a character. I was washing dishes, and I was watching something. What was it? Oh, The Umbrella Academy. Brilliant, brilliant show, brilliant show, brilliant show. Oh my God. The writing, the acting, everyone's committed to their parts. Oh man. The production design, music, it's so good. And one of the characters was very, suspicious of this other character. And he's like, you may be fooling my brother, but I know who you are. And I just started, I was doing the dishes and I was thinking about a character where he's like, some guy who's very, very suspicious, okay? Always very suspicious, always on the lookout, He could be paranoid, but he doesn't have to be. He could be a conspiracy theorist, he doesn't have to be. But someone just very suspicious. And so, just watching people. And then he goes up to the person, he's like, hi, I'm suspicious, and who the fuck are you? Hi, I'm suspicious, and who the fuck are you? So maybe his name is Suspicious. Maybe that's a superhero, suspicious. Just always very suspicious of people. It's kind of like that guilty until proven innocent kind of thing. Very suspicious. I think you are guilty. You got to prove to me that you are innocent type of thing. So, yeah. I'm suspicious, and who the fuck are you? Okay, I've just learned that Instagram does indeed shut off any recording happening simultaneously with Anchor. 5 helicopters. I still don't know what happened. They were here, then they disappeared. You can hear cops in the background, right? So who are they chasing? Where are they going? Where are they going? Who are they chasing? How far away is it? How close is it? Wow. Last time I saw that kind of helicopter activity, there was a person running around the neighborhoods with a machine gun. Not hurting anyone, not shooting anyone, he just had it. And he staked him out. Well, that was very exciting. An exciting moment for the day. You know, when you get that kind of excitement, you just gotta go check it out, you know, in all honesty. Investigative journalism, as they say. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Did you hear all those crazy helicopters around?
Which one?
There was like 5 of them that were just all going around, so I ran out there and decided to investigate to see what was going on. I don't know.
I had my doors closed.
I couldn't figure it out, but from my balcony, I started seeing all these helicopters flying around, and I thought, oh, where are they going? And I saw them fly over the building, so I immediately just ran outside and just kind of like I was just on Instagram Live, just like trying to like just go, okay, where are you guys going? Who are you trying to like follow? And I was hoping I could have seen what the heck was going on, but it's just very bizarre.
Do you follow the Citizen app? It tells you if there was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it tells you around the area. It gives you like updates.
Oh, wow. No, I gotta find that. It's just simply called Citizen app? We are rocking, we are rolling, we are joking, we are trolling. What is going on to you, my dear people, and my dear future self? It is now the 6th of August. That's right. It is 8-6 infinity. Infinity 6. Nikola Tesla said that 3, 6, and 9, those 3 numbers are magic. So it makes total sense that the phone number for Inspirado Projecto, should you decide to call the voicemail, the hotline voicemail, leave a message on there. It is 561-203-9179. How cool is that? How cool is that? So I got to the bottom of things, just as I'm getting to the bottom of this staircase going out to the grocery store. I got to the bottom of things concerning all those helicopters. Oh. Some packages down here. All right, that is not mine. That is not mine. That and that is not mine. So we got to the bottom of the mystery, just as I got to the bottom of that stairwell. Look at that, perfect synchronicity. Here you go.
Thank you, sir.
Happens for me all the time. I got my arms full and someone just happens to be right there. It's perfect. Works out all the time. So turns out there's an app called Citizens app. Maybe you got it in your town. There was apparently there was a car chase. Apparently there's a car chase, and then the suspects ran on foot. So I still can't understand why they don't just go ahead and just use drones. From what I understand, the little I understand, it costs quite a bit of money for airship fuel. I've been watching the TV show Bosch on Amazon, which, by the way, is phenomenal. They call the helicopters airships, which I think is awesome. Airships. I might be inclined to call them dragonflies. Big dragonflies, which was interesting because yesterday while I was going along, you can see my journey if you go to Instagram. Go to Instagram.com. Check out Inspirado Projecto. You can see the journey, the whole journey. I was keeping up with you guys on here, and then I attempted to go live on Instagram and it just hung up on me. So the good news is the deep diving investigative reporting that I did is still was not lost. It's still secure and usable and visible. Usable and visible. Visibly usable. Usably visible. Rather than audially capable. It is also audially it is both visually edible and audibly capable. It's all those rolled into one, rolled into 5, probably even rolled into 3, 6, or 9, now that I think about it. So yeah, if you got good reasons as to why the airships are absolutely needed for this type of thing, let me know. I mean, does an airship fly faster than a drone? Maybe that's why. But it seems to me a drone could go pretty fast, you know, and you'd have a good overview of what's going on. You'd get close to the cars. You just got someone over there remote controlling it. I bet you got a lot of drone specialists around these parts. This is Hollyweird, after all. Hollyweird, baby. Home of producers galore. Filmmakers aplenty. I split a subscription to the Gaia Network. Phenomenal spiritual network. All just great documentaries, movies, excellent things. Excellent, high vibrational, baby. And what's crazy is when you see some of these people, when you, for those of you out there who are the philosophers, the neuronauts, those who connect the dots and want to do the best he can in forming a deep guided relationship with the all that is. When you have some of these epiphanies and you have these extraordinary ponderings, and then when you see a documentary or you read a book by one of your favorite wizards, and they themselves are then, they themselves are saying that information, it's really quite incredible, because it's a wonderful sort of validation in knowing that you're tapped in to the same network, to the same channel as these folks. You're riding on the same brainwave. You're surfing the same brainwaves, and it is exciting, particularly if these are philosophers, writers, spiritualists, shaman, etc., who you really appreciate. And then it's especially exciting when you're just out there in the world and you meet someone and then they start using the same language and you're going, oh, fantastic, it's great. It's great. It gives you a common ground to be able to talk about stuff with. No different than a sports fan talking about sports statistics. There's an excitement in that. People who work in auto body shops, they work on these cars, same thing. To talk to other folks like that, it's fun. They got a common knowledge there. So check out Gaia TV. They have some folks in there of the Monroe Institute. The Monroe Institute we talked about with the episode with Adele Summer. Check that out, the Monroe Institute. Spirit Place is the one. Check out that documentary if you happen to have Gaia TV. And if you don't have Gaia TV, I would implore you. How about that word? How about that vocabulary word? Implore. I would implore you to pick it up. All right, we are now at the store. I'm going to go start grocery shopping. Otherwise, I'll forget what the heck I'm looking for. We will talk more later. Welcome to another episode of Inspirado Projecto. Those of you who listen to the show know how much this can be like a time travel type of thing. Episodes that I record, maybe weeks ago, just now come to surface in the here and now. Things that I talk about, let's say, for instance, I'm going to have this guest on the show. Might not come out until after I already have that guest on the show. So, this happened recently with, an episode about Yachtly Crew, backstage with Yachtly Crew at the Ventura County Fairgrounds, what they called concerts in your car, and then I talked about another episode where I was going to interview Nikki Lamarbra, who is the selenite, the queen of selenite. It's really, really intriguing how this stuff hops around. So, in that typical fashion, I got to say I did an interview with Adele Summer. What a great name, huh? Sommer. Adele Summer. A few days ago. So I'm waiting for her to send me a picture of... She's going to send me a hand-drawn picture of this UFO she saw in the daylight, in the daytime, a number of years ago. So that's going to be the cover on my episodes. This is something new I'm going to do, is put photos of the people or something that pertains to the subject of those people that I'm talking about on that specific episode. So basically any episode that is just me kind of talking and or possibly maybe interviewing a person on the street here and there, those are still going to have the regular banner. And the first person I started doing this with was Thomas Valentine Hollick. He was the first. His episode was the first one where I did that, where I featured him on there. And then I thought, okay, well let's grant Nikki the same favor. So then I put Nikki's photo up on there. And now for Adele's, I was going to put a photo of her up there, and then I thought, what we're going to do? We're going to put her artist rendering of the UFO that she saw in the daylight. Oh, by the way, a woman named Noelia Vargas that I met on Instagram, because I've been going, kind of haywire on Facebook and Instagram talking about the harmonic convergence. And so what's great is friends of mine that I never realized were UFO enthusiasts are coming forward and going, oh, did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? So, like, an article was passed on to me that 399 UFO sightings were reported in the month of July. Well, how interesting was that? The harmonic convergence happened the 5th through the 14th. So cool. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. So, it's just a wonderful outpouring. So this woman, Noelia, she ended up, hold on a second, we got Tony here who used to work at Eddie Brandt's. Dude, what's up? I can't believe it, man. I was so sad when I saw those guys painting it over.
I just noticed it today.
I talked to him for a little bit, and I guess they're making it into a scooter shop or something.
Are they really?
It's all going to be scooters.
Yeah.
Which is such a strange thing to me that they would even bring out the scooters during this time.
Exactly,
You figured it has
yeah.
COVID all over
Yeah.
all over them, People coughing on our hands. And,
Yeah.
but so, do they have everything in storage for
Yes.
Eddie Brandt's?
Yes.
And it's in a safe location?
It's Tarantino bought the store. He's going to open us back up.
Oh, my God.
So he was even looking at the bank in there. So it's opening back up.
That
Now
is great.
with COVID, he ain't coming back right now. But he personally assured me, he said, trust me, you ain't going away.
Oh, my God.
So,
And what's so beautiful is the fact that he started in the video store.
yeah,
so
no, that's what he said. This place ain't going away.
Oh,
so
my God.
he said, like right now things are weird, but he's going to take care of it. He's
I love it, man.
He's got a newborn kid he's taking care of right now. But when he gets
my
back,
God.
I have faith that
That's
he's
a
going to...
wonderful success story. If he lets that go out there into the public, once it's time.
He's kind of...
That's a wonderful success story.
He's not really saying much because he's, right now he's just, he
Sure.
He don't like to say anything until it's done.
Yeah.
And, he's always a tight-lipped guy anyway. He doesn't really talk about a lot of stuff.
But holy cow, once that happens, could you imagine? You guys will have such a rush.
Yeah. So right now he's got all this... They put it all in storage. And then once this is all, once we can start up again... And he finds a place, his people are looking, because he actually asked me, he goes, what do you guys think about Odyssey? But it was too small for us. But he was actually excited about looking for places.
Oh, my God, that's great.
So it's going to happen.
Well, especially now with businesses closing down.
Yeah.
You don't know what kind of gems
all over
are
the
going to
place.
be. Yeah. And probably for a much cheaper price,
But he wants to keep it in this neighborhood.
Oh, that's good.
He likes this neighborhood. He said, I like coming here to get movies.
Yeah.
So he wanted to keep that place, but it was a teardown. If he owned it, they would have been finding him left and right. And he said it doesn't make sense tearing it down and rebuilding a building. We'll find a place that's already up. So.
Oh my God, that's brilliant!
But,
I'm so happy to hear this.
So don't say much. But it's definitely have faith. It's going to come back.
Oh my God, this is so cool! Wow, man.
All right, man.
Well, take care. It's good seeing you again.
Well.
That was great. Wow. There you go. Okay, so listen. What you just heard, keep quiet. Okay? Keep quiet about this. Keep very quiet. See, these are the magical things that happen when you're walking along. And you don't know who you're going to come across, what you're going to come across, who you're going to talk to, what kind of astounding information is going to... Wow, that's so interesting because I was walking past that store and just thinking about the murals that used to be up on that wall, and just how the other day, as you guys have heard, when I was walking along, I interviewed the guys. I said, what are you guys painting up here? And then they're turning it into a scooter shop. So and all of a sudden, no surprise, of course, Tony comes walking around the corner. These are the kinds of things that happen when you're in that high vibration, when you're in that highly excited, high vibration thing. Things just fold in, and they just keep magnetizing to you. It's just absolutely astounding, man. It's astounding. Oh, man, it feels so good, It just feels so good. And when you're in that alignment, baby, it just goes and goes and goes. Just goes and goes and goes. This analogy just popped in my mind. Like monkeys in trees with the vines. You know, I'm sure if you think too long about it, you miss the vine, that, you know, you miss that opportunity. So it's jumping when you see that opportunity, right when it's there. Bam, 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 bam. Being in that awareness, and making those decisions quick, moving forward, just moving, and you don't know what's going to happen. Beautiful things. So get into the flow. I'm about to enter the grocery store here. We will talk more later. This is so exciting, so exciting.
Hey Kurt, this is Richard Wilson from Mad Shelley Films, and we have a message for you.
This is Mad Shelley Films, and you're listening to Inspirado Projecto Radio.